Now, why will you be successful? You might be asking yourself, oh, Jeremy, I've heard all this stuff before. You know, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? I've seen this before. Well, here, let me tell you. Everyone that joins the company after you take your position is under you. They're under you, and that's amazing. You get to work side by side with two industry leaders that are dedicated to putting people on your waiting list, and it's not just us guys. We have an amazing up team out in Atlanta, and some of them are probably on the webinar tonight supporting you, and we have everything you could possibly imagine to be successful with this team. But you get to close your prospects live right on this webinar. Some of you that are viewing this, that are coming here for the first time, your blood's starting to boil and you're getting excited and you're going, man, this is amazing, $70, and I'm going to have all these people under me, and all I got to do is get one person in, and they're going to release a check to me, and in 12 to 24 months I could literally retire just by staying in? Are you kidding me? Well, webinar happens 2 times per month just before the green tickets are able to be redeemed, and the gold rush happens. Guess what, folks? The gold rush is in 24 hours. Well, a little bit longer, about 29 hours, okay? 29 hours from now, the gold rush does begin, okay? The first time that we did this webinar, it yielded a 78% sign-up rate. That's unheard of. I'm talking about if you have 100 people on a webinar, 78 people join, okay? So we do all the work for you. So if you're looking at this and you've never been successful before, plug into our system. We have a turnkey system in place for, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're a great marketer, if you have no idea how to send an email, it doesn't matter. If you can just point people to our system, it will bring in signups for you, and I'm going to show you how and why, okay? Here's my promise to you, though. Everyone that must go on the waiting list, and it's free to join the waiting list, okay? So as you go on the waiting list, you're going to get an email from your sponsor with an application form attached to scan and email it back to them, okay? So whoever invited you to this webinar, you might have an application in your email inbox or you might not, but you need to request one. That's how it works. And you will go in first place, you know, when the Gold Rush kicks off on Thursday, March 24th, okay? So get that done. Everyone that joins the waiting list and sends back their application will be placed in the Platinum Game Board that you just saw, where you only need to get 30 to 60 people in order to tap into the Platinum bonuses in sequence to maximize the benefit to each enrollee. So how does that work? Well, as you send your application back, it's first come, first serve. It goes in order because we're really fair on this team, and what we do is we take in applications and we look, okay, who's missing a green ticket, who's missing a person, and we go down and we help our people. That's how it works, okay? So you can enjoy massive signups from this webinar and start placing people into your Platinum Game Board. It's really that simple, okay? Automate your business. Guys, we've just launched the 124 Marketing Systems totally turnkey marketing system. Okay? Maybe you've seen it out on the internet. People are already starting to market it. It's working wonders. Complete video-based web tour. Closing your prospects on complete autopilot, putting them on the waiting list for you. So now you don't have to send them anywhere. They just click a button and now they're on your waiting list. The system will actually ask for your application for you. Okay? Lots of call to action. Okay? So this is completely automated. Built-in autoresponder with multiple professional letters built in to follow up with your prospects and to keep them engaged and coming to the webinars and eventually sending you an application, okay? Built-in My Gold Rush feature, okay? What is that? You're actually going to be able to view the prospects that have requested applications from you, okay? So the system will actually have a flashing button, say request my application. They click it. You get sent an email, hey, John just requested an application. John will get an application from the system automatically. He fills it out, sends it back to you. You enter him into the business. It's that simple, okay? Live 24/7 webinar, just like the one you're on now, except you're going to have this as part of your marketing system, okay? Now, this is not from 124. This is a third-party service. It closes your prospects just like the one that you're on right now, okay? Now, automatic webinar invite feature. Now, you can check a list of your leads that have come through the system, invite them to this webinar. We send them 4 to 5 invites for you. They come to the webinar. We close them into the business for you. So there's 5, 6 points of call to action and close for you. We're doing it for you guys. It's automated, okay? Here's a look at the system. Step 1, they're going to go through a tour. Mark Seaforth, our amazing founder, explains why you can't lose with this revolutionary business model. And if you notice this little button right here, put me on the waiting list, it's flashing at them. As soon As they click that, they're going to go on your waiting list, guys. Guess what? That is the no rejection part of our business. They're going on the waiting list. They can't even join yet. Isn't that amazing? They can't even get in yet. Okay? Take me to step 2. They're going to step 2. Look at that. They're going to look at the compensation plan. Mark lays it all out for them. We got killer testimonials from top-notch network marketers in our company talking about how great the company is. They get to go to step 3, so it's not confusing. Then Mark explains the gold rush and why you can't afford to miss it. And guess what? We have our secret weapon in this marketing system, which is what you're on right now. Secret weapon is this webinar. It is yielding a 78% sign-up rate in one night, exposed to 24. Guess what? You have this as a part of your turnkey marketing system, all right? Step 4, there you go. Look at that. I hate MLM. Well, didn't you guys see a slide like that in the beginning of the webinar? There you go. And look, okay, I've seen enough. Send me an application so I can reserve my spot in the gold rush. Guys, I'm getting amazing results back from team members. Man, 25% that are going through the system are requesting applications. Guys, this is hot. It's happening. Contact me ASAP. You're going to have your own bio, your picture there, all your stuff. And guess what? We've even intertwined it with your Facebook, Twitter, YouTube accounts. Okay, so now you're completely social media, all right? So you can connect with all of your prospects. It's a total turnkey system, and it's available to you with 124, okay? So that's how it's going to happen. So how am I going to build my business? Real simple. Send people to your 124 marketing system website. The system will walk them through the 4 steps for you. 80% will automatically go on your waiting list because of our built-in wait list button that I just showed you. Use the webinar invite function in your back office. Okay, when you get back there, you'll see that. And the system will invite them to this webinar that you're on right now. They will then be asked to send you an application, just like we are asking you right now to send the people that invited you to this webinar the application back. Okay, so request an application from the person that invited you to this webinar. Okay, and guess what? We're going to do the same thing for you on the next webinar that we do for you. And just repeat that process. And I promise you this, guys, there is no other company out there that can literally give you the results and the retirement claim of 12 to 24 months. There are people in this company that have been in 4 to 5 months that are making 5 figures a month already. It's happening. It's amazing, okay? And we're talking about a $70 business. It's crazy. We give away sponsorships. Remember, with a 78% response rate on this webinar, you will fill up your game board in no time. Everyone on our team is encouraged to give away sponsorships. So if you're at this webinar tonight, guess what? You're in the right place. Why? Because in this plan, everyone does benefit the most by giving away sponsorships. So that's what we're going to do. I'm probably going to get a lot of applications tonight, guys, myself personally. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to place them under people that have spots open, because I've already got my front 12 for the Platinum Game Board, so I don't need any more. Now I'm going to bless and give away, and that's what our team members and our leaders are doing, and we're going to teach you how to do the same thing. Everybody wins, okay? This plan does encourage you to give away sponsorships, and don't you just feel good when you give? It's better to give more than to receive, the Bible says. So, hey, we like to live by that philosophy, and we can actually do it without taking anything out of our pocket. All right? What should you do now? Get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. Get yourself put on the waiting list if you're not already there, but chances are if you're here, you're probably already on the waiting list. If not, get on the waiting list, okay? When you get the enrollment form, fill it out immediately, then scan and email it back to your enroller. Why? Gold Rush is around the corner, baby, and we want to get you into the Gold Rush, okay? You will be placed on your sponsor's Platinum Game Board in the order that your application came in. Okay, so if you're the first application in tonight, guess what? You're going in with that person on the 24th of the month first, okay? That is the philosophy that we live by on this team, based on the timestamp of the email, okay? The quicker you scan and email the form back to your sponsor, the better, all right? So what happens next? On the 14th and 21st of each month, give or take around those dates, you invite people to this webinar with our automatic webinar invite function, and as well you can use regular email to send to people that are not actually leads in your system, okay? So you're going to invite people to this webinar however you do it. Dr. Fran and myself will enroll them for you just like you have experienced tonight. There are people on this webinar tonight, you're brand new, you got invited by somebody, and you're going to go ahead and get your application back to the person that brought you to the webinar. Guess what we're going to do? It's no different for your prospects. They're going to do the same thing for you next time. It's total turnkey. Complete duplication. Okay? Everyone wins. And guess what? We want to thank you very much for attending the webinar. And that is really it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pause the recording, and we will take some questions now.